Oh, shoot. I didn't even start Instagram. Okay. Hey, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening, good night. Hey, y'all. Hey. Y'all up early? Okay. Y'all up super early. Okay. All right. Okay. I'll use those. All right, let's get into it. Welcome back to my channel. This is Adana, also known as the Afro Zen. And today I'm reading for the beautiful and handsome collective. Hello, collective. How you doing? Flowers, flowers, flowers. Yes, flowers, flowers, flowers. One more time. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell to book a private reading with me or to shop in my store. All that information is in the description box below. All right, so let's get into this channel message here. I was led to pull from my, I like to call it a word soup, okay? Thoroughly many different words in here. And I was led to pull from there. But the channel message here is, every time you speak, they get sicker. All right, so what I have here is that someone has been speaking very ill about you within a house setting here. Okay? These are the words. Okay? I guess this person really felt like they felt untouchable. They really felt like anything that they would have done would have been swept underneath the radar or just swept underneath the rug, and no one would have ever found out that it was them. You need to take this how this resonates in your story. One thing that people don't realize is that when you speak truth and you speak enough of it, or you speak truth to the point where the scales start to tip over to make sure that it's balanced back again, then it can actually make people sick. That's what's happening here. They thought that by keeping you quiet or instilling fear in you. So in my meditation last night, it was very, very daunting. I saw many mother figures and father figures, okay, that was very, very, very narcissistic. And I feel that these mothers and fathers set you up in a way to where you would not be able to defend yourself against the world. So they did things like making sure that you weren't privy to certain lessons in life, basic skills, basic skill sets. Even when it comes to learning as well too, I really do feel like narcissistic mother, narcissistic father, grandparent, however it resonates in your story, I really do feel like it sets you up for failure. They really, really, really thought me, but because of how long this has been going on with you since you were a child, they really, really, really thought that they were successful in ensuring that you would be at a disadvantage when you became an adult. All of that is changing right now, and if you are an individual that have disconnected from a parental figure here, they're doing everything possible to try to come back into your good graces. I'm specifically speaking to the ones whose mother or father is still living, okay? So for the ones that are estranged or completely disconnected from this mother or father figure here, they're actually getting sick. Now, the reason why they're getting sick here is because of the years of turmoil, angst, and chaos that these parental units decided to put you through. It was a very intentional thing. If you are a man, you may have had a lot of issues with a father figure growing up. It could be for a mother as well. If you are a woman, you may have had issues with your mother or your father, however it resonates, but you've had issues with a parental unit or a parental person, okay? Is either you are aware or you're not aware, but one of these parents or both of these parents here are very sick right now because they can't take too much of the truth that you're dishing out. You're just, you, it's like rat-ta-ta-ta-ta, rat-ta-ta, rat-ta-ta-ta-ta, rat-ta-ta, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's how the truth is sometimes. Sometimes the truth have to be spit like hot fire. You know what I mean? So people can really understand where you're coming from. Like, oh, shoot, there's something ablaze. The truth actually sets things ablaze. And it's putting this parental unit or this parent here in a turmoil, a mental turmoil, because they've already set up your life in a certain way. They've already planned for your life to be a certain way. You were supposed to maneuver a certain way. You were supposed to live life a certain way. The end goal of you living life was that, yes, eventually you would have went out and experienced life and things of that nature, but they wanted to make it 100% harder for specifically you. They wanted to make your life 10 times harder or 100% harder, so that way you would give up on yourself, so you would have to go back to them. Then they would have continued the cycle of toxicity to where you would just kind of like lose your mind. Now, when you were growing up, if you can remember, you may have had some moments where, let's just say, for instance, you were washing dishes or something, right? And you took your time and you did all the dishes that you were told to do. Let's say maybe 10 minutes later, you left after you cleaned up the kitchen, you turned off the light, did everything that you needed to do, right? But not even 10 minutes later, the mother or the father figure comes back in and they specifically put a spoon that they left from their room. So they call you down and you see the spoon, but you know for a fact that you cleaned the dishes before you left the kitchen. So there shouldn't be any type of dirty wares in the sink. Then this mother figure or father figure will then start to berate you. I told you to clean up the kitchen. Why isn't the kitchen cleaned up? This is why, that's why I was in that kind of way. And that's supposed to trigger you in a way to where you just want to, I can't take this anymore. Like they're trying to dysregulate your emotions. They're trying to dysregulate the way that you control yourself. And if they're able to get you in that position there, this is where the recording comes in. They videotaping you, they video recording you, they're taking pictures of you. They're just egging on the incident without you being aware as to why this is actually happening in the first place. So the payback here, and this is payback. It is what it is. It's payback. Okay? The payback is truth. You ain't got to put your hands on your parent. You ain't got to be derogatory. You ain't got to do none of that stuff. Just speak the truth. Okay? Because that's what they're expecting you to do. They're expecting you to come on and be like, come on, I wanna fight you. I wanna this. Da, da, da. That's what they're expecting you to do. So basically you can continue to carry on the narrative that they say that you are. There's a mother and father that is sick right now because of the truth that you're speaking. The truth is not only hitting them on their chest or in their chest, it's hitting them deep within their core, the little spirit that they have, whatever little spirit that they have left. It's eating them alive. The truth can eat someone alive. Try it for yourself and see. Especially when someone is only using lies intentionally to make you look like a worse person than you really are. Okay. Okay, I'll take that. Just fell out, but we have free care. Yeah. So please keep in mind this is a collective read. Keep in mind this is a collective read. Ain't gonna resonate for everybody. It's too early in the morning for me to have to keep repeating this. Take what resonates and leave the rest. I said mother, father, figure, or mother, father, grandparent, however it resonates in your story. Take it how it resonates, okay? All right, so we have freak here. They're freaking out because there's no connection between you and them. You've completely disconnected, you separated from them. They're blowing up your phone. They're trying to call you. You may have received like emails, an email from this parental or grandparent, however it resonates for you. But they're trying to get in contact with you to restart this cycle up. They don't want you speaking any more truth. You're not understanding how powerful your truth is. And when someone is only accustomed to lying for over a long period of time, when the truth is finally stated, they can't handle it. When the truth is finally stated, people tend to go in hiding when the truth is exposed or the truth is finally stated. Most people can't handle truth because they're not a truthful person. All they know are lies. Even if they were to look in the mirror, all they see are lies. They can't even be comfortable with self. So for someone who thinks that they could have continued, and I'm talking about since you were a young child, because this is where the foundation, or say nuclear family, that's where it happens. This is where narcissistic tendencies start from. It's from the nuclear family. Let's talk about it. Okay, the nuclear family, however that resonates for you, they were supposed to be the guidance or the guides in your life to ensure that when you become an adult, that all of the information, all of the nurturing, all of the love, etc., 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 they were supposed to give you that beforehand when you get into the world. They did not, because they did not want you to be successful. They knew that you were going to be very successful since you were small. They knew. So this is why in the house here, we have house and tongue, okay? They always spoke very ill and very negatively about you within a household setting. So behind closed doors, when you're outside and about, you're shopping or whatever the case may be, it's a different story. This mother figure, father figure, family unit, however it resonates for you, they will always make sure that they laughed at your clothes or your attire. So you could be a person that's on the smaller side, you could be a person that's on the bigger side, however it resonates for you, but it's the opposite. So if you're on the smaller side, you may have wore bigger clothes. If you're on the bigger side, you may have liked your clothes a little bit more, fitted towards your body, right? And this mother, father, father energy would always try to downplay as to how you would appear in the world. It was too tacky. That don't look right on you. That's this, that's that. Why would you put that on? That don't look right on you. And you don't know how to dress, and you don't know how to this, and you don't know how to that. But again, it's all psychological mind effing games. That's what it is. It is a I'm so tired of y'all trying to get into my, can I delete this thing on TikTok? I don't want no co-host invitations. Stop trying to add me on here. I don't want that. God damn. Anywho, I know there's a way to disable that thing. I don't want no co-host invitations on TikTok. I don't. I'm not here for no damn battle. I'm not battling nobody. Anywho. Anywho, it was all, like I mentioned, it was all psychological mind F that they were trying to do, because they never wanted you to appear to be the best, or they never wanted you to feel as if you were the best. So they would do everything possible to counterattack or be counterproductive in you trying to do something successful. They always got, oh no, that ain't right, and you shouldn't this, and you shouldn't. I never showed you that way. I never taught you that way. Where'd you learn how to do that? And da 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 da. You know what I mean? So the fake empress here in this instance will be the mother. Okay, so as I mentioned, you could be the son of this mother, or you could be the daughter of this mother, however it resonates. But this fake empress, which we will call the mother figure here, has done a lot of illegal things towards you For some who resonate with this part here, your mother figure may have also set you up with lovers, intentional lovers that were very abusive and could become very sexually driven. I'll put it in that way, okay? They may have questioned your sexuality. Basically, they question anything that correlates to you or that connects to you, meaning yourself, okay? And then at points in time, it will kind of put you in a position where you kind of have to sit down, and it just keeps replaying over and over in your head, like, why don't this person love me? Why won't this person respect me? What have I done to this person to receive all of this ill treatment? Why do they threaten me when I just try to speak up for myself? Like, all of these different questions, and they're valid questions, valid points, of course, but there are all of these questions that come up to get you to be in a position as to see if you're really tripping. Because I know for some of you guys, you may have had a moment where you feel like, am I tripping? Like, I do everything that my mother told me to do. I do everything that my father told me to do. I do everything that my grandparent, my aunt, my cousin, whatever. I do everything that is asked of me or told to do, and every time I do it, it's not right. Like I mentioned, you're trying to clean up the kitchen. The kitchen is completely clean. Not even 10 minutes later, this person's coming back around. They're trying to degrade you because they're telling you, they're gaslighting you and telling you you left things in the sink or you forgot to clean out the stove or whatever the case may be. And that's just, yeah, it was all gaslighting here. So a lot of sudden changes are coming to this toxic person here. Burnout, toxic, and sudden changes. Your mother figure or the father figure that you grew up with, or whatever, however you want to call them, is afraid of being alone. You may have other siblings, or you may have had other people that live with you within that household as well, but it's something about you specifically. Your aura and your just who you are. Your energy is who you are, okay? Yes, they're not putting any time and effort into the other children or siblings. It's just more so you. And they feel like that it is your responsibility and your responsibility alone to ensure that they live, let's say, a vibrant life at the end of the later stages of life. For whoever this resonates, now that you disconnected from this person, you're not going to help this person. To be honest, truthfully, you don't care about this parental unit, mother or father figure. Hey, it happens because we're twice a child, once an adult, but twice a child. You are a child when you first born, and then when you get older in your elder stages, in some cases, you become a child again. You revert right back to that baby state where you can't do anything for yourself. You can't figure out things for yourself. Your mind may be a little, might be a little gone. You know what I mean? Like, life happens, you know? And I guess they didn't take that into consideration. I guess they didn't think that far out ahead that that they may need some form of assistance as they got older. But I just feel very strongly in regards to the collective here. I just feel like that you're not going to help this person. That's just what it is, okay? So they don't want to be by themselves here. And again, they felt because they are, you know, they may say something like, I am your mother, or I'm your father. Grand Rising. I am your mother. I am your father. You must obey me. You must do as I say. You must honor thy mother and father. You must this, you must that, you must that. And when you do the things that they're telling you that you should or you need to be doing, it's still not enough. It's truly damn if you do, damn if you don't. With this parental unit or parental figure here. It's truly damn if you do or damn if you don't. So if it's damn if you do, damn if you don't, well, what you gonna pick for the sake of your sanity, for the sake of a healthy mind? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna stay connected to that foolishness, or are you gonna disconnect? You finally saw this mother figure, father figure for what they were, and you finally disconnected. And when you disconnected, oh baby, Girl, guess what? You won't believe what the collective did towards me. Oh, you won't believe what and not the. They talked about you for tea, breakfast, and frickin' dinner. Tea, breakfast, and dinner. All they could say was negative things about you. And they had to get on the phone to ensure that everybody is aware as to what that mother or father has said about you. So now that you moved away, they're still reciting and they're still repeating the same things over and over and over again, but you're nowhere to be found. So it's causing a rift in this person's mindset because they keep repeating the same thing over and over and over. The so-called friends and family that listen to them is not listening to them anymore because the truth has now stepped in front. You are the truth. The truth is an energy that you carry within. It's a vibration that you carry within. It's a state of energy. That makes sense. And if you are a person that speaks truth, that's all that's going to come out from you. Versus if you're a person that speak nothing but lies, well then it's going to show up in your day to day. It depends on the action that you decide to take in regards to saying the truth or telling a lie. That's up to you. But anywho, they're now burnt out. They're now burnt out by the sudden changes that are happening. You decided that enough was enough. And I know that some of you guys, hey, it is what it is. We're adults here. But I know for some of you guys, you may have wanted to put the pause on that heifer. Yeah. Some of y'all may have wanted to put the pause on them. But you decided, you're like, you know what? It's not worth it. It's not worth my time. It's not worth my energy. And even if you were to get into an altercation or a physical altercation at that, they would have did everything possible to put you in jail. Oh my God, you won't believe the collective put their hands on me and the collective this and da 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 da. So you decide like, you know what? I ain't gotta deal with this foolishness no more. I'm out. Peace out. When you peaced out, they became burnt out of the sudden changes. You're not there anymore. You're not the punching bag for them anymore. You're not going to withstand or you're not going to withstand the foolishness that they have been trying to push on to you. What does it say? It's a toxic family. You were the only light in the midst of darkness when it came to this toxic family. And if you were raised or grew up with a sibling or siblings, this sibling or siblings turned against you based on what the parental unit was telling them to do and say. For some of you guys, the sibling or siblings here was like a lookout for the parent. They never taught you anything. They didn't raise you to be an upstanding citizen. You had to learn and figure that out on your own through your life, through, your experience and things of that nature. But when this sibling, they would use the sibling to figure out what you're doing. So you're in your room and you're reading a book, and let's just say it's like 8 o'clock and maybe bedtime is at 8:30. This is just an example. And you've done everything. You took your shower, you did everything you're supposed to do. So you just laying down until it's time to close the book and go to bed. The sibling would then start an argument, create some kind of whatever. And then Mom, Dad, such and such didn't do this, or such and such didn't do that. But you know for a fact that you did what they asked you to do, but yet you're still getting blamed or you're still getting in trouble for it. They use the sibling a lot to stop you from being the best that you could be, because they actually wanted the sibling to be in your position. They did not want you to be where you are currently. They wanted you to be in a lower setting of things or lower class of things, so that way they can push this sibling to the forefront. Oh yeah, look at my child, and yeah, and she and he's doing this and she's doing that, and they're da 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 da. But when it comes to you, it's like crickets. Any type of accomplishments or positivity when it comes to you is completely crickets. But the moment that you messed up, according to how they perceive you, and that's all the time, you've never have gotten a break from this mother or father figure. But the moment that they feel that you are doing too well, or you're starting to get out of the box that they keep trying to keep you contained in, this is when the malicious lies start up again and over. So it creates a curse. You don't think lies can create a curse? Especially when they are allowing other people within the dynamic, the family dynamic, to all congregate against you and to just hurl negativity towards you. That will eventually create a curse, a family curse. Because what is happening now is that now they are conditioned to look at you at a certain way. They are conditioned to treat you a certain way. And as they get older, i.e. the sibling or sibling, as they get older, if they have a child or kids, they're going to tell that child or children to do the same towards you. So when they grow up, it's just a consistent cycle of toxicity. That's what it is. And they thought that they put fear in you. They thought that, well, for the ones that resonate, you may have been afraid of your mother or father, okay? You may have been, because of the extremities that you went through, the extremities of the experiences that you went through when you were under their roof, okay? So they thought, for the one that resonate, they thought that they have put enough fear into you that it would have crippled you when you moved out into the real world. They're heartbroken by that because that did not happen. Okay, you were able to separate yourself. You were more so forced to sit with self, even though you may have sat with self a lot when you were younger. But I feel like as you got older, it started to click or started to make more sense. You started to put all of the pieces together and it made a bigger story, or you can see the bigger story from, farther away. So they're heartbroken here because you don't want anything to do with them. They're heartbroken here because you don't fear them. That's just me. I don't fear my mother or father. Well, stepfather. Anywho, I don't fear none of them heifers. Child, please. Anywho, we have hiding something. Okay? What they're hiding is the amount of abuse that you went through, the amount of physical abuse that you've endured, the amount of emotional abuse that you've endured, the amount of psychological abuse that you have endured. And I can just go on and on and on. They try to really, I was hearing the word decapitate, but yeah, not that way. They were trying to disarm you so you wouldn't fight back. I'll say it that way. And one way a person can disarm you is if they pull you away from self. So if you are a young child and you don't know anything about self, they're not teaching you anything, and you're like, oh, I don't know, and you can't regulate your emotions, and you're just yelling and screaming, and that's a form of trauma. That's a trauma reaction. If you're like yelling and screaming and you can't regulate your emotions and things of that nature, they did that towards you. They were always calm towards you outside in the public, but when it's behind closed doors, it's a complete different thing here. This mother or father figure is now up for eviction or eviction, or what's the other one? What, mortgage? Repossession. They don't have any money. The sibling or siblings that went up against you, they don't have any money because they thought you got to protect mom, you got to protect dad, or grandmom, granddad, whatever. They felt it was in their right to protect their loved one, and hey, they got to do what they got to do. You just got, like I keep saying, just let people be. Just let them do what they got to do. And they have every right to protect who they feel they need to protect. Okay, cool. So they protect this mother figure or father figure here, and now they're also experiencing the karma that they wanted you to be placed in. So you're seeing all of the people that you have considered as family or would have considered as family, that they're very unloyal towards you. And why would you, someone that's very loyal to self and to the people that potentially comes around you, why would you succumb to being unloyal, being around unloyal people when you're loyal? That doesn't make sense. So since you blocked them, you disconnected from them, and you're speaking truth because they're watching you, whoever this resonates for, okay? We've disconnected from a family unit. They watch you, and they watch you like hawks. They want to see exactly what you are saying. And anything that they don't like what you're saying, you're supposed to receive consequences. It's not happening. The only consequence to speaking the truth, let me think about that for a moment. Let me think about that. I may actually make that into another live. All right, I'm gonna make that into another live. The consequences of speaking truth. I'm gonna make that into another live, but that'll be good. Yeah, it's being hated. I agree, but that's crazy. I do agree with you. Oracle the Miracle says on TikTok. So hold on. The consequences of speaking the truth is being hated. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. Because if they were telling the truth like they said they were, why would the feeling, or why would they have the notion of wanting to hate you if they were speaking truth? Remember, they said they were speaking truth. They're the one that set up this intentional thing in regards to you, in regards to them speaking truth. So if they're speaking truth, there's no reason why their hands should be up in the air. They should be, oh my God, I can't believe none of that should be happening if they're speaking the truth like they say they are. Guilt will always make you tilt, boo. Mama issues. Your mother may have had issues with their mother. They never had a good connection. You may have been aware of this from speaking from the horse's mouth of your mother figure, or other people surrounding the family dynamic here may have actually spoke about your mother's upbringing. And actually, I'm going to go live a little later and speak about the upbringing of the mother figure and father figure. They're going to be two different lives, but I'll tap into that too, because that's more collectively I'm hearing. Okay. You're not in communication with them, which is causing them a lack of confidence. So them calling people, hey, guess what? The collective and this and the collective, and I can't believe this, and I'm at this older age, and the collective and that, and after all I did for the collective wouldn't do this for me, and da, 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 da. That's all they keep just spitting BS. That's all they keep spitting here. And the more that you don't respond, but yet you're speaking truth, because what they're saying is not true. So you don't have to argue and fight over something that's not true, correct? So if you know that you're speaking truth and you speaking it well, it shouldn't trigger anybody. That's what I'm trying to say. How the hell you speaking lies? You feel comfortable speaking lies, but now the truth is out, you getting uncomfortable. Then that tells me that you were never speaking the truth since day one. Lack of confidence and no communication. The more that you separate yourself from this riffraff, and this mother figure is a riffraff, this father figure is a riffraff, let's call it what it is. Let's call it what it is. They're not the upstanding and classy individuals that they thought that they were. How in the world you give birth to a child knowing that this child is super special, And you refuse to nurture the child to ensure that they can stand in their special energy, meaning you. They did everything possible to discredit who you were. That's crazy. So the more that you don't communicate with them, the more they go into hiding, because all you keep doing is ra-ta-ta-ta-ta, ra-ra-ra-ra, truth, 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 and they can't handle it. Oh well, don't tell lies. I be telling y'all, life can really be simple if you allow it to be. Then don't tell lies, heifer. Don't tell no damn lie. When you spit truth, you spit fire. Right or wrong? Anywho, STD. Your mama was a gardening too. Let's talk about it. Your father was a rolling stone. Let's talk about it. These are things that need to be brought to the forefront so that way that this toxic generational cycle can end. So you have a mother out here that's popping for anything, supposedly married for whoever this resonates for, okay? And they out there sleeping with any Tom, Dick, and Harry, but they want to keep it quiet and hush-hush. Behind the scenes here, your mother and father may have been always arguing and fighting behind closed doors. It could have gotten very physical, emotionally, etc., etc. And this is what you had to grow up underneath. But then this so-called mother figure, a filth of a mother, because it's not a real mother, this is a filth of a mother, who thinks because they gave birth that automatically gives them the right to just treat you how they feel they should treat you. Wrong. Absolutely not. I keep saying it's a difference between a mother and a nurturer. Let me look that up real quick, because I actually did. Give me a second. Hold on. Let me get my etymology out. Hold on. What? Hold on, boo. The etymology of the word mother: female parent, a woman in relation to her child. The sense of that which has given birth to anything. It doesn't say anything about nurturing at all. It literally just says a female parent, a woman in relation to her child. Nothing about nurturing. So anybody can be a mother. Anyone could be a mother, but it takes real dedication to be a nurturer. And this mother figure was not a nurturer at all. That's the shocking message. Your mother figure may have been an alcoholic. They may have tried to set you up with alcohol when you were younger. Let's talk about the things that people want to keep hiding and sweeping underneath the rug. Your mother or father figure may have given you medicine, what do you call it? Melatonin, to go to sleep. Man. Baby. And I do feel like for some of you guys that have experienced that you were touched inappropriately. Dimetap was a well-known purple liquid syrup back in the 80s. I know a thing or two about that Dimetap. Yep. Hidden agenda. Beer in the bottle. Dimetap. I think Dimetap was melatonin back in the 80s, but I think that's the same thing but different, if you catch my drift. They leaving you, dang, I lost my train of thought. The hidden agenda was to make you to become codependent on things, so that way as you got older, your behavior becomes more erratic. Your mental state becomes more erratic. The way that you speak or communicate with other people becomes erratic. They wanted to place you, or they wanted they wanted to give off the illusion that something was not right with you or you were unwell. But they were the one that was making you unwell by all the foolishness that they were pushing onto you. That's the shocking message here. I remember one time, and I'm going to talk about it because I don't care. I don't speak to my mother. She's still living, but as far as I know, that lady is completely DEAD to me. She can't call me for nothing. I don't care. She could be on her last breath. Don't call me for anything. And I mean that. I truly mean that. So deep in my heart, I truly mean that. Don't call me for nothing. But anywho, my mother figure was very OCD when it came to cleaning. Very OCD when it came to cleaning. And I remember the first time I had got my my menstrual cycle. I was like 13 or 14. I was a late bloomer and I got my menstrual cycle then. And it was supposed, at the time, I didn't know anything about it. I was so scared. I thought it was the end of the world. I was like, oh my God, what's happening to me? Like, I didn't understand what was going on. So I thought I was going to get in trouble. I just had so many different things just going through my mind. So I had to call my mom and I'm like, Mom, look, I don't know what's going on. And, you know, stuff is coming out down there and I had to go to doctors, you know. And the first thing she did was she laughed. She didn't give me anything. She didn't teach me anything. She didn't educate me on anything. Like, I literally had to figure out what was what through my friends at the time. And the minute that my mother saw me talking to boys and things of that nature, I'm a HOE, you're going to be nothing like, you're going to be just like your father, you're going to be da, 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 da. And I'm like, well, dang, because now I can sit back and I can recollect in regards to what I went through here. But when I say my experience growing up as a child, it was horrendous. The conditions were clean, environmental wise, because she was a very clean person. That I would give to her. She was very, very, very clean. She didn't play about her house. Very clean. But everything else was completely horrifying. Very, very, very horrifying. And I never understood why she would treat me in the way that she would treat me. And it was horrible. It was so horrible. So horrible. So that's why I can't rock with that lady at all. So Devil in Disguise is here. Well, I mean, it's not a shocking message, but they're not a devil in disguise. The disguise is not there anymore. It's in print. You can see it. There's no mask there anymore. You can see it. Normally you can tell when someone is really doing their work. You can see their whole aura. Everyone has an aura. And the more that you put into your aura, the more that you cleanse or heal your aura, the more you're going to see your glow coming out. Like, dang, that person glowing really, you know what I mean? It's because they're doing the work. Versus someone that's not doing the work, they're more darker. And it could be for any complexion, any shade, but you can just see. They're very darker in spirit. Their eyes, underneath their eyes may have bags. It could be very dark. Their whole face may be dark. You can just tell that something is off with this person, and that's what this mother figure or father figure is going through right now. They don't have the mask to hide their true intentions or their true nature or their true self. But yeah, you're seeing the devil in print, not in disguise. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, I got called a gardening tool. I sleeping around, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" I didn't have my first intimate thing till I was 21. So I'm like, "What they talking about?" I didn't know anything about anything. I remember I was in 6th grade class, and they were teaching us about puberty, and I was so scared. I didn't even bring the paper home. Because I'm like, what is this? Why are we learning about this? Oh my God, I'm going to be in so much trouble if I I never brought the paper home. I left the papers in my desk. I will never forget that. I was very traumatized when it comes to learning about my body and learning about how to take care of my hair and how to maintain, you know what I mean? Yeah, no. Child, I got a story for days. That's the only thing good I can say about her, is that she's a clean person. That's it. That's it. Nothing else, though. Pregnancy is here. They may not want you to get pregnant or have any kids. They may have done things to get you to abort. They may have taken you to abort a child. Could be a Leo mother, Leo father, however it resonates in your story. Yeah, that's the secret. They never wanted you to have a child because they knew how you were despite all that you went through or experienced when it came to them. But because they knew your heart, they didn't want you to know who you were. Because sometimes we need other people. Sometimes, hear me out, you may need a different perspective to see where they're coming from. You'd be like, oh, shoot, wait, I never thought of that. You know what I mean? So they knew who you were. They knew what you would have been, what you would have become. And the secret here is that they did not want you having a child or kids here because they did not want you to nurture the child. They didn't want you to nurture your child because they knew that they did not do that to you. So this is where the jealousy and the envy came in here, in regards to if you have a child, the child is getting more love or more nurture or more respect and more things, you know what I mean, than this actual parent was doing. So they didn't like your parenting style. You're too soft. You're too this. You might be into gentle parenting. You know what I mean? You don't condone like abusive tactics, or you don't condone hitting your child. You know, things of nature, things that you may have experienced when you were younger. You don't want to do that with your child moving forward. And that's how you break the curse. It's truly crazy. It's truly crazy. I don't understand it, but yes. Anywho, so anytime, let us say you had this child around this parental unit here, they will always try to not encourage you to do better for them. They wanted that child to suffer like you did, but even worse, because now that the child is here on earth, they should not be able to receive love, the nurturing, the care, you know, the beautiful dynamic. Something that my mother always used to say to me, remember, I grew up in a West Indian household. So from my perspective, my mother used to say, I'm not your friend, right? But with me and my kids, I got 4 kids. I'm friends with my kids, but there's definitely, of course, boundaries and respecting there. But it's not to a point where I'm like belittling them. They're belittling me. Oh, you want to? No, it's not like that. But anytime I would have tried to, hey, mom, you want to do something? You want to go out? You want to, it was always, you going out looking like that? Why you got your hair like that? You shouldn't wear that shirt. Your boobs too big. You this, you that. Child. Anywho, we have witchcraft and black magic. So believe it or not here, if your mother figure or father figure don't like you, they don't like your kids. If you have a mother or father figure that's still alive, and you have a child, gave birth to a child or have kids or whatever the case may be, they don't like your kids. Your child or your children is an extension of you, and you have to ensure that you protect them from this foolishness that this mother or father figure is trying to push on to you. So with black magic and witchcraft here, since they can't control you anymore, because again, you ain't supposed to have any kids. You can't be controlled. So they feel the next best thing to do was to attack your child. Big mistake. I don't care if it's blood related or not. Big mistake. You don't come against an innocent child because you don't like the collective. So they did spell work on your child. And it backfired. Why did it backfire? First off, your child is innocent. Your child ain't asked to be here. And then secondly, your child is a star seed. If you're a star seed, why would you not think your child is one? They came from you. Yeah, they try to hide your child from you, may have taken the child away from you, trying to put you in jail to say you had some form of a mental instability here. They went as far as doing that. For some parent or parents here, they may have even went as far as trying to get like grandparent rights, trying to say something like, you know, the collective's not allowing me to see my grandchild. I don't know what happened, da, 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 and it's not working. They're trying everything possible to put you in jail. Jail could be an actual physical jail, or the jail could be in your mind. They want people to see that something is off with you when nothing is off with you at all. You just see that MFR for what it is. You don't like the way it moves. You don't like what it says to you. And I'm talking about the mother or father figure here. You don't like anything about that person. And that is your right. That is your prerogative. That's your right and that's your prerogative, child. The hell with them. They enlisted your siblings. Could be a Gemini, however it resonates. But they enlisted your siblings to come up against you to, again, put you in this predicament. Trying to start arguments with you. Mom said you need to do this. Dad said you need to do that. And this mother or father figure specifically would delegate tasks to your siblings, put them in a position as if they're your mother or if they're your father, and you must abide by them. So if the mother and father is not there for whatever reason, work or whatever the case may be, the sibling now steps up as the second parent in your life, and they had to parent you the way that the mom or dad said, and that was it. Just child, please. Most of us come from the era of the latchkey kid. Latchkey is when, I want to say, don't quote me, and if I'm wrong, please correct me, but I want to say latchkey kids was between the 70s and 80s, to where when the mother or father goes to work and you are young, you're not supposed to answer the door, you're not supposed to answer the phone, you ain't supposed to go by the window, you're supposed to be completely just stay far away from, you know what I mean? Just make it seem like no one's home, like if someone was to come towards you and to knock on the door, whatever the case may be. Basically a Matilda. I like to call the collective a Matilda. And if you remember the movie Matilda, Matilda literally had to raise herself. Like, she learned how to cook, she learned how to make her little sandwiches for herself, she learned how to read, you know. She had to do things for herself. So I would consider her to be like a latchkey kid, you know. So you will understand where I'm coming from when I say latchkey, okay? So I feel majority of the latchkey children suffer some form of a mental, or I'll put it this way. They tried to come up against the collective here who can resonate with being a latchkey kid. They try to put them in a mental state because it's just happening way too much. And now that we're in our 30s, mid-30s, early 30s, mid-30s, late or early 40s, etc., okay? They're amazed by you, like how far you came, because you were not supposed to make it this far. Like I said, they already had everything set in stone. Had a funeral plot already made for you. They had a lot of things already set in stone or etched for you. So when it came time for you to be, you know, pre-transitioned out, everything was already set up. All of that is going to come out here. All that information. You're going to get like concrete paperwork, information, evidence that this mother or father figure really tried to put you in the plot. Okay? We have secret lover here. We have thief. I feel like your sibling, was your parent keeper. Your parent did a lot of things, may have had a lot of secret lovers, and I feel like the sibling held their secret. You were aware what was going on. You may not have said anything, but your sibling was very aware as to just how rambunctious or HOE, how much HOE that your mother or father figure really did. Yeah, dark energy. Your mother figure or father figure here would bribe or may use money as a form of bribe. You could have been a bride, you may have been married, however that resonates. But they use money as a form of bribe to get you to not do certain things. So for instance, a sibling wants, just an example, let's say your sibling wants a race car or a Barbie doll or something. The only way that they can get it is if they keep a close eye on you. So they say, Mom, Dad, such and such, okay, cool. Then they go to the store and they get whatever it is that they asked for, but when it came to you, you didn't get anything at all. They called you broke. They may have called you unkempt. They may have said that you weren't intelligent. Anything to discredit who you were. And they would ensure to do that, or they would definitely ensure and make sure that they do that around your sibling. So your sibling could feel better about themselves, or so your sibling can feel like they are better than you. Financial failure and domestic violence. And you have bad luck. During financial failure, you may have been set up to be in a domestic violence situation with exes here. Your mother and father did that to you because they wanted you to come back home. The moment that you left home was the moment that they became shocked. They never thought that you would have made it this far. They did everything possible to put you in financial ruins. May even called up to your job and got you fired. Lied about you to your job, lied to your job about you to put you in a bad bind. So the only way that you have to come back home, or the only way you'll come back home, is if you don't have anything. And despite all that they have done, you still didn't go back home. For whoever that resonates for, you still didn't go back home. And that infuriated them. That made them so angry that you weren't abiding by their rules, that you were never underneath their control. They're emotionally exhausted because no one is listening to them anymore. People see them as dangerous within the mind. They're in spiritual psychosis. I've mentioned what spiritual psychosis were before. But his mother or father figure is in spiritual psychosis right now because of the addictions that they're in. The addiction was trying to control you. That was the addiction. And when people can't get their fix on whatever addiction that they may have, they tend to go through withdrawal. So imagine someone that thought or felt they had control over your life, and they didn't have control over your life. And they're doing everything possible to keep their addiction at bay or at head, to continue to control your life in any way, shape, or form, and it doesn't work. Liar. So people are seeing them for the liar that they are, because as I mentioned, you moved away, you disconnected, you ran away, whatever, however resonates for your story here. But by you separating yourself from these individuals here, it is shedding a bigger light on this parental unit, mother, father figure, however resonates for you. It's shining a light on them for them to be the liar that they are. And no one wants to deal with them. So the addictions of not being able to control you, the addictions of alcohol is putting this person in a downward spiral. Because people are asking, well, why are you saying this about the collective? The collective don't talk to you. The collective is disconnected from you. The collective don't even respond because they're doing this on like a social media or something, okay? Like I said, you ignore them, block them, whatever, but you can't see, for whoever this resonates for, you can't see what they're putting on social media, but they just want people to know how you treated them. That's the only thing they want people to be aware about, as to how you treated them, not how they treated you. Because they come from an older times, silent generation or the baby boomers. Between those two eras, silent generation or the baby boomers, okay? They come from those era where when it comes to abuse or traumatic things, you're not supposed to speak up and out about it. You're supposed to keep it underneath. You're supposed to honor and love and respect your mother or your father. You're supposed to go give that PDF uncle or aunt a hug. You're supposed to listen to, you know what I mean? Like, you're not supposed to go against the grain. You're not supposed to do anything that will potentially put them in the spotlight. That's all they cared about how people will view or see them if you start to speak up of the horrendous things that you went through. Yep, they put you in legal matters. And they were okay with that. I'll put it this way. Your sibling may have had legal matters, but when it came to you, financially, you might needed, money for whatever reason. They will prefer to give the money to your sibling to help fight their legal matters. But when it came to you, you got nothing. Zilch. Nada. Not a darn thing. Daddy issues. So as I mentioned, you may have issues with the mother figure, or you may have issues with the father figure, or both, however it resonates. For some, your father is not your father. Okay, that could have been something that was hidden from you and you just found out. You may have did testing, like a DNA testing, genealogical, so family tree, what do you call that thing again, child? It's DNA testing. I forgot the other one right now. Where you look up to see if you have like other family members and stuff, like still living and things. I can't think of the name right now, but you know what I'm talking about. Ancestry, yes, thank you. Ancestry. You may have done an ancestry test. And for the ones that did, you've come to realize, like, basically your whole life has been a lie. Like you've been living a lie underneath the guise of someone else, your mother or father. They hid the real true identity of you because they never wanted you to step into that identity of self. They knew what they were doing. They knew they had a lot of skeletons in their closet too, and they knew that you were the one that carried the key, the skeleton key, I can say, to those closets. Not just one closet, many closets. And that's what they were afraid of. They were afraid of as to how you would retaliate against them. The only way they thought that you were going to retaliate on them is through physical altercation. That's how they thought that you were going to retaliate on them. You don't have to do all that. Just talk about it. And watch them. You see how a fish, when you catch a fish and you take the fish out of water, you see how the fish be flopping and flapping out of water? That's how they looking right now. Continue. Let them flap out of water. They the one that can't breathe. You can. You ever notice when you speak the truth, it's like you, wow, like a breath of fresh air, like you feel like that you can breathe. It's been so heavy on you for such a long time. Now you're in a state or position where you be like, you know what? Let me talk about this. Oh man, that felt really good. Yeah. They never liked you. They were in secret competition with you of the way that you look, your handsomeness, or your beauty. They didn't like the way that you looked. They wanted to downplay that too. Imagine your own mother or your own father jealous because of the way you look. That's crazy. Anywho, we have the ripple effect. They're the ones that caused the ripple effect. You were the one that was holding it from happening. Your energy is so profound that you were actually stopping people from receiving karma. Your energy is so profound, that you were actually stopping people from getting karma. Damn, collective. Anywho, when you disconnected from this riffraff, because that's what they are, this mother figure, father figure is a riffraff. Call them what they are, okay? The ripple effect is they can't leash off of you no more. The only thing they have are lies. And when all that has dried up, what else do they have left? Dignity? Self-worth? What else do they have left? Please, someone tell me. Big ice. Big yikes. Oh no. Oh my God. Oh, what did I do? That's them heifers. That's inactive. How did they become inactive? When you stepped away, when you walked away. please remember, Divine Collective, your energy, everyone is not or should not be welcomed to experience your energy. That could go from mother, father, if your child acting up too, okay? Friends, foes, extended family, co-workers, whoever, however, child. Not everyone should have access to your energy at all whatsoever. So when you disconnect it, because let's put it this way, when you think of a leech, right? A leech has those suckers and they suck onto you to take the blood out from you. But if you remove those leeches, right? If you remove those leeches from your life, they become inactive. They have no host. You were the host energetically. So if the host is not there, what are they going to feed off from? Now they're looking like a clown that they are. They always been the clown, but because you're not entertaining and you're not giving the energy that you should not, the clownery or the jackassery is more visible for everyone to see. Now they want to lawyer up. They can do whatever they want. They have no choice. Now they want to lawyer up because of what you are saying about them to be true. And you have solid facts. Let them lawyer up. Let them do whatever they need to do. And air that MF out. If this mother or father want to take you to court, let them take you to court and air they ass out. Lay them out. Gone are the times where people use the word or the term mom or dad, and you should honor them, but they don't honor or respect you. It's a two-way street. Reciprocity is a two-way street. And you want me to give me all of you? You want me to give you all of me? And when it comes time for me to get something from you, I can't get that from you? Absolutely not. So continue spreading your lie. I know what I'm saying. Spreading lies and expose. So don't be surprised, specifically if you have a mother and father that's living. I'm speaking to you, okay? Don't be surprised if you receive some kind of court paperwork or letterhead or some kind of something for them trying to put you in court about speaking about the family dynamic. So 100 search, what is it? 100searchforyou.com. Basically, they're gathering info. They're gathering as much info as they can to make you look like something that you're not. Let them do what they have to do. They're not going to win this court case. Honestly, they're going to be looking like the big jackass that they are. So let them do what they have to do. Avoidance. They will avoid you like the plague. Also, another thing I'm hearing is that when they know that they're in the wrong, and you are a person that will reach out to them and call them, why would you say that about me? I heard such and such said that you said such and such about me. Why would you say it about me? They will avoid you like the plague. They won't say anything to you. They won't respond to you. They want you to look a certain way. They feel that if they do reverse psychology on you, knowing that they're the one that started the foolishness, and you are the one that reaches out to them, why would you say that about me to such and such? You know that's not true, right? They have nothing to say, so they just avoid you, period. Obstructing. They want to obstruct your justice by you not speaking out. They want to ensure that their lies stay on top and the truth is buried so deep, far, far, far deep that no one will ever discover the truth. Well, it's too many people waking up in regards to the narcissistic tendencies of a mother or father. And a lot of people aren't going for that. We have train ride. Oh, wow. Sexual conquest, been around, runaway lover, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, likes to smash. This is what they thought that you would have become, a train ride or people running trains on you. They try to set you up for that to happen. They try to set you up to be sexually accosted by other people, not just your ex-lover or lovers, But many people that they thought they saw had some form of a mental instability, because you know an insane person is going to recognize another insane person, right? And when they realize that they are both on the same accord or frequency of things, now they try to set you up to put you in harm's way. You may have been, this may have been an attempt. So this is for someone specifically when you may have worked at night when you were younger, let's say teenage years, early adult, and you may have worked specifically at night. So let's say like a 3 to 11 or like 11 to 7 shift or something like that. Your mother or father was very aware of your work schedule, and they specifically hired someone, paid someone that they knew had a criminal background to follow you and stalk you and try to get you sexually accosted. If you went to the gym and they were aware that you went to the gym, they had people following you at the gym. You may have had some moments where you were like, what's going on? You didn't understand, but you felt something was off when you went to the gym. They were trying to set you up. Abandoned. All of this because you abandoned them. This is why they went as far as they could, because you abandoned them. Because you did not want to be the person that was going to be the punching bag for what they're doing. They hate themselves so much that they wanted to spew all of their hatefulness onto you. And they wanted you to be okay with them spewing that hateful things towards you. Like I said, I told my mother all the time, because she used to tell me, you have to honor your mother. And I'm like, who the F are you to honor? I would tell her that. That's something I used to say, because you need to honor me. And I'm like, I'm not honoring you. Why would I honor you, man? When I say I used to get that lady hell when it came to the truth, but she couldn't stand me for, oh, Lord, she couldn't stand me. I don't care. I don't care. You're not going to put me in a position to where I have to keep protecting myself, and then when I finally protect myself, you upset because I bark back at you. That don't make sense to me. But anywho, we have unresponsive here. With evidence. So when you reach out to them, another thing they would do too is they want to incriminate you. So when they knew that you were aware as to what they said about you, and you may have texted them or emailed them, hey, why would you say such and such about me? Da, 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 whatever the case may be. What they would do here is that they would use it as evidence. So like the text messages or the emails, things of that nature, and you're just responding to them, but they're not responding to you. They're using a form of reverse psychology on you. When someone knows that they're doing something blatantly wrong towards you, and you find out what they're doing towards you, and you have a right to speak out in regards to what this person has done to you, and they're aware that you're coming towards them to have a conversation, they're going to put it all on you to where they become unresponsive. So it's like you just starting an argument with them, you just fighting with them, but they're not responding. So it's going to make you look unbalanced. Okay, you don't want to talk to me? No problem. Social media is here for a reason. You can use social media in many different ways. It doesn't have to be negative. It can be very positive. And speaking truth is one of them. They won't respond to you. Okay, we'll take it to social media. What they gonna do? Put all the evidence on social media. You never know who you helping when you speak your story. And that's what's bringing them out the woodwork here, because again, you ain't entertaining them, you ain't talking to them, you ain't doing anything. But as soon as they know and they felt that this truth started to speak out here, now they feel wronged. Now they feel disrespected. Now they feel this is not right. Now they want to talk. That's not how this works. It's not how it works. So they sacrificed themselves. They did. Not you, boo. They sacrificed themselves. You pulled a you, or you pulled a them on them. Put it that way. Feds and the police. So if you in Texas, there's a woman by the name of, what is her name? And she is a beast at what she do. I want to say her name is Candace. Hold on, let me find her information. She's in Texas. She's really good. at busing like higher ups and stuff like that. Her name is Candace, Dr. Candace Matthews. I believe she's on TikTok, but I know she's on Instagram. So look her up, Candace Matthews. That's her name, and she is, baby. When she bring that hammer down, she bring that hammer down. So maybe reach out to her and see how she can assist you. But she's really good at what she do, because I love following her. Yes, Dr. Candace Matthews is her name. So we have numbing here. They're numb because now they're in a victim mentality because of the secret life that they thought that they can keep a secret. But since they wanted to keep intruding on you and not leave you alone, they want to stay quiet, but they want to watch you like a hawk. And then they want to put you in a predicament or a situation where, you know, you were divinely guided to speak up and out in regards to this situation or your situation here. That was a wish fulfillment. You may have been praying and doing your mantras and your affirmations, wishing for something, a better outcome of this ordeal here. And the outcome of this ordeal is speaking your truth. That is the outcome of this ordeal. Speaking your truth. The more you speak truth, the more you're going to see people get sicker and sicker and sicker. Let them do what they need to do, because all they're doing is incriminating themselves. When you get some time, look up reverse psychology, because that's all they're trying to do towards you. Reverse psychologies. So you mentioned forged signatures. I understand. My ex-husband forged signatures on with the government for like food stamps and stuff, and he's getting caught up for that. Let them do what they have to do. Let them do what they have to do. They're not smart. They're not smart at all. Let them do what they got to do. If they feel that's what they need to do to try to destroy you, let them. It's not going to destroy you. You have to let people fall into the trap that they created for themselves. Whatever. You know you ain't do that. You know you didn't authorize that. So let them do it. Gold digger. Your mother or father was a gold digger. May have tried to raise you as such to be a gold digger, because that's all that family knows how to do is just take from other people. And when they realize that you were completely different, you're like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be a gardening tool. I don't want to this. I don't want to that. And you started to tap to your own beat. They were upset. So they were on a mission to place obstacles in your way to give the illusion to other people outside of the family that you were a gardening tool and you weren't. See how it backfired? You ain't got to argue. You ain't got to fight. You ain't got to do nothing but just speak the truth. And if they want to argue with you about truth, all you got to do is present the facts. Here go the solid facts in regards to what you did. Nobody can fight you on facts. They could try if they want to, but the facts are what it is. The truth is what that is, the truth. You could dance around the lies, but you cannot dance around that truth. And if this is the only way that I can draw them out, when I say I, generally, collectively speaking, if that is the only way that I can draw you out by speaking my truth, then I'm going to do that. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Curse themselves. That's what they're going to do. They're going to curse themselves because the truth is too hard to handle. Well, you said and you said, and here's another thing. The things that they had said to people about you incriminated themselves. You're not there. You're not there to protect yourself. You're not there to stand up for yourself. You're not there to speak up for yourself. But eventually, when you speak the truth, all of the things that they were saying about you is going to cover up the holes, or the truth is going to cover up the holes with the lies that they have been speaking. Again, no matter what they do, they're going to always incriminate themselves. Allow them to. Allow them to incriminate themselves. Cursing themselves. Let them do what they got to do. They can't be mad at you for them telling a lie. You didn't tell the lie. They told the lie. So how in the hell can they be upset at you for speaking truth? Come on. They have devil tendencies. And guess who's in isolation now? They are. Good. Good. Let them sit with their thoughts, which we all know they're not going to be able to sit with their thoughts. A liar can't sit with their thoughts. It's too much to handle. Too much to handle. You mean to tell me I got to sit with my thoughts and the lies I said? I can't do that. I can't handle it. That will make somebody go stir crazy. I'm just saying. Yes, I agree. Divine Alpha Male says on YouTube, isolation in truth is peace. Yes. 1,000,000% agree with you. Yes. Isolation in truth is peace. Yes. When have you ever known for a liar to live in peace? When? How? They need the lies to cover up the truth so that they can have an illusion state of living in peace. But if you take the lies away and all they see are truth, they're not going to be peaceful with it. They don't know what it's like to be truthful. They don't have a truth anything in their body. Nothing is truthful about them. Spirit. In too deep. Who? We not talking about LL Cool J. We talking about your nasty mammy, your father. That's what we talking about. The mother or father figure here. The narcissistic individuals who I'm speaking about here. Ooh, I just saw woke. You've awakened. What happens when you awake? When you awake, you see things in color. Or maybe black and white. Depends on how you perceive it or your perception of it. But when you awake, I'll put it in this way. When you awake, everything flows. Like colors, like a TV, right? One of them expensive TVs with the LED, the OLED. I think that's one of the top lines of TVs. And I don't watch TV, but when I go through, like, you know, the store, Sam's Club and stuff like that, and you see all the TVs on sale and or just, you know, for sale, and then you look at the different quality, the crisp quality of the actual vibrancy of that color, you were like, dang, that looks really good. That's what happened when you woke up. You were able to shatter the black and white, and you were able to see everything fully in color. Yes. When you know better, you do better. Absolutely. Blunt Intuitive Tarot, Scorpio Empress on YouTube says, know better. So when you know better, you do better. Absolutely. When one becomes aware, one must change. Absolutely. But what happens when people are aware and they don't change? What happens then? Yeah, you clean the house. With the truth. I know that's right. Yeah. With the truth. I want some French fries. Is it too early for French fries? Ooh. I want some French fries with Chick-fil-A sauce. That do sound good. No, it's not. It's never too early for some French fries. What they talking about? It ain't never too early for no French fries. All right, let's see. third eye. You had no choice. You had no choice but to awaken. You had to take action. It was a slow game at first because you didn't understand. You didn't even know you were in a game. Your own parents or parents put you in a simulation to fight for your life. Your parent or parents, thank you for the dolphin, put you in a predicament where you had to fight for your life. You came into this world fighting for your life against people that you thought that you can love and trust. We have better lover here. Your parents never liked the lovers that you had. They were top quality lovers at the time. And when they realized that you had better lovers at the time, they will come in and they will try to get them to turn away from you or turn against you. So your lovers actually ended up hating you based on what this parental unit or parent was saying here. As I mentioned before, when I had first moved to Texas, I allowed my mother to come. You know, I tried to bury the hatchet because my grandmother, my aunt, and a cousin had passed away in like a 2-week time span. So I'm like, dang, that's a lot. So I thought maybe the distance would put us in a position where we can come back and try to heal, you know, the dynamic of the mother and daughter thing. And when she came to Texas, I was like, yeah, that's it. I would never ever speak to that heifer ever again. It was so, no, I didn't like it. I was with my ex at the time, and we were sitting down and talking and stuff, and I was actually doing readings for my friends. And my mother turned to my ex-boyfriend and was like, what do you see in her? And my friends, they looked at me and they looked at her, and she was just so, what do you see in her? What do you see in her? And they was like, what the well, yeah, she does this and she does that and she doesn't do this and she doesn't do that. And I had to look at her like, yo, what you doing? You know, so I will never speak to that heifer again. Stealth-like. So you decided to move stealth-like, meaning you don't share your business. You don't tell them what's going on. They don't like that. They don't like they don't know if you're talking to someone. They don't know if you're in a new relationship, a new connection. For some, they don't know where you live. They don't know anything about you. All they have left is lies. That's all they have. And the moment that you come out and start speaking truth, they won't even have that anymore. And they're going to have to sit on the lies that they spoke for years about you. All right, so we have Taurus. You could be, they could be. We have Cancer. You could be, they could be. And I'm going to save this live on Instagram. Pisces. Capricorn. Aquarius. Cancer. And let me just say this. If you're still in a situation or you feel like you're in a bind, as if you feel like that you can't get away or that you can't disconnect from this mother figure, father figure, ex-lover, whatever the case may be, remember it starts with you first. Get a clear goal or have a clear goal in mind. Keep that to yourself and start to chip away or start to work towards that goal. They don't have to know everything. They don't know what's going on in your mind, but you can create or start to create an exit plan to get out the situation. And if your spirit, yourself, or you know whoever you connect with is telling you to move a certain way, follow what your spirit is telling you to do. Okay? Taurus. Virgo. Taurus, dang. Taurus mother or Taurus father? Capricorn. Gemini. All right. So if that resonates, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell Till next time, see TikTok, thank you so much for the gifts. You're truly appreciated. And I will see you on the next one. Bye, Instagram. I love you. I'm going to keep this post up and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, YouTube. Love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will see you on the next one. Peace.